Though this should bring us to our next segment.
Oh, Lord.
We're going to
What a
have
confusing day.
Platinum. We're going to have Platinum be our GameStop customer service rep as we talk about GameStop warrants and other silly.
They should just make an AI agent to deal with all these calls.
Okay.
That'll automatically. I think you're going to talk about warrant dividends.
And we're going to talk about some things, but to be the lead into it, we got to talk about our favorite person when we're usually talking about GameStop. I'm going to speed this up because we're going to talk about dividends in general with this as a lead in.
Basically, 4-day gap in between October 3rd and October 7th. And while it is over the weekend, it still matters because there is a giant liquidity gap. The market is always forward-looking. It's always pricing in the future of what is going to be happening.
So this is, I can't see because it's cut off by Marantz's logo, but he's responding to someone talking about GameStop and the GameStop warrants. And what he's about to talk about is the effect of the dividend on the share price. And then we're going to get something very stupid, as we are to expect from Marantz, about that.
As these warrants, dividends, cash, as these news events come in. So if there is a gap in between the time where the value of the warrants, which is derived from GME Common, doesn't...
It is not derived from GME Common.
It absolutely is!
100%.
A warrant is the future purchase of a stock at a future date at a future price. It's sensibly.
If it wasn't based on GME Common, they wouldn't be.
What is it based on?
Be able to execute them at $32 stock price. Like, how is it not based on?
Is he going to get into what it is based on, or?
Yeah, like every dividend in some way comes from the value of the core asset from which it was derived. If it's a cash dividend, then it's coming off the balance sheet. It's going to affect the price. If it's a warrant dividend, then it's potential value of future shares. If it's the ape dividend, well, then it just fucks everybody.
That's what I think he's freaking out about. I think he's freaking out because a lot of people are like.
Well, he talks about this later about how it's different, yeah, true, it is.
It's a lot different. Yeah. It's not a preferred share that's gonna double the share count.
And they didn't split the stock. They didn't split the stock to give it fake value.
Right.
Trade.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Were you aware of this situation, Platinum?
Gee golly. I mean, if anyone listened to my actually this I think was a glitch, right? And then they fixed it afterwards.
Yes, they did.
All right. Because what I
made fun of him immediately after in all caps as well, saying, "Oh my God, JP Morgan Chase said that there was a glitch and they're already fixing the problem."
Yeah.
How dare they?
Well, I didn't think it was a glitch at first because one of the things I mentioned I did like a short little space about the warrants, and I said that, some brokers will probably give you cash in lieu, and what that means is they're going to liquidate the warrants and give you whatever cash. And so that's what I thought was happening here, but it turns out it was just a glitch. Oh God. Bam.
It's a little different. This is less customer service help and more, I think Brian Cohen's a shitty CEO, I guess, if I'm reading it right. Do you think I'm reading it right?
I don't know. Where's the vibrations here? What's happening?
So he's saying this might piss off some GME MOAS believers, but here's my take. Vlad removed the buy button to screw retail, but Cohen removed the melt up button when he opted to become the next Warren Buffett. What? No argument that the stock is a great piggy bank and that eventually it moves up higher, but he sure did retail dirty when he created this thick trading range.
What does that mean?
Like Gordon Gekko said, if you want a friend, get a dog.
What? Okay, sure. Whatever.
Yeah, sure. So next one, KC Shaw, AMC baggy extraordinaire. This is about to get very scary for anyone short rehypothecating GME shares. At this point, it would take $184 million to buy all the warrants issued, essentially cornering the warrant market. Anyone know anyone with 184 million? Yeah, a lot of companies.
I mean, so you buy all the warrants and then what?
Yeah, and then what? So you get 59 million shares? Congratulations.
Well, then you exercise them all? Like what?
Right.
Like,
yeah,
hello?
That's not a lot of money. I think what they're suggesting is like what company that's short could buy back all that money, and it's like for a lot of companies, like 184 million is like that's a lot to us. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money.
No,
but
they're saying essentially cornering the warrant market.
Yeah, why though?
That's I know. Like I don't think that's what they're saying. Noisy. I think they're saying
but
like
they need those to cover, guys.
I don't know. Like, are they equating it to like owning the float? Like I don't.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but you won't.
Well, not owning the
it's
float,
only
but like
59 million shares.
I think it's like, oh, they have to buy these back to cover, and that's a lot of money.
But they don't. The
Yeah,
company's
but
going
not
to
that
issue
much.
like so you can go spend 184 million dollars, get 59 million shares. Well, you could actually spend less than that to buy 59 million shares right now because the stock's only trading at $25.
Right.
But
so you spend 184 million to buy the warrants, and then you spend 1.9 billion dollars to exercise them. Like I don't understand whatever.
And what are you? I mean, like the company's just going to issue new shares.
59 million shares.
Right.
That's it.
They just say shit.
Robinhood turned off the buy button again. This one I didn't know about. Do you know anything?
I can't see what that says.
The New York Stock Exchange certifies its approval for listing the registration of warrants.
Okay, that's what I thought it said. What does that have to do with?
I don't know. Oh,
that's just
we have a lot of hints here as to why this is dumb.
What does he say? I hope you don't.
That's
what?
Peng. That's Peng.
I hope you don't have options in GME.
This one is less.
It was the options, I think, because they were changing the
changed
options
them
to
over,
have non-standard options and then standard options.
GME
blah, blah, blah.
one, right? Yeah.
And so I think you like for a little bit during the day, it was like super illiquid, so it was hard to sell or whatever. I don't know.
We're back to baggy Spence again. The big squeeze. And everything squeezes except meme stocks for the last 6 months. That's a solid indicator that the macro. Oh my God!
Is he talking about HYMC?
Pretend it's macroeconomic.
Is he talking about HYMC anymore, or did he get rid of his HYMC when he was?
Well, he likes like I've noticed that there's no mention of him being an AMC, HYMC, getting margin called on Riley. What was he? He's just GameStop now. You go look at his.
What he said was some TMF. He was talking about how TMF was going to pump.
He doesn't
3x
talk
levered.
about that anymore. He's like trying to pretend that he's been GameStop this whole time, kind of like a lot of people do when they get burned in these other meme stocks. They all run back to GameStop. I'm sure you've seen a lot of those people, Platinum.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention like that.
Now all Spence talks about is GameStop because he knows it gets him engagement. So, gold, silver, bank stocks, the big seven, streaming services like Netflix, social media services like Facebook, all hitting new extreme all-time highs. Meanwhile, GameStop has been absolutely abused. I mean, it's a retail company. Why are you comparing? You're comparing like assets to like financial equity stocks and then tech stocks to a retail store. Like this is oranges to apples comparison.
And it looks like, is he using AI for this? What's with the M dash in the last thing there?
Of course he is.
Yeah, but like you need whatever. Okay. Well, at least he admits there's debt down there, so that's
It seems to confuse zero interest and not understanding that there's also potential dilution in there.
You mean zero coupon?
This is not tech support. This is just, oh dear God.
I can't see that either. What's their cost basis?
Their cost basis, it looks like $379.
Oof.
113,000. What's it at right now?
Doing pretty good.
It is? Is it higher than 379?
No.
Oh boy.
Last I checked, it wasn't. I mean, it obviously could get higher, but
he was up like 60%, but not so much now.
Why is the 401k letting them buy warrants?
Well, the way they make it sound like is it was a glitch because they can't even buy GME.
I guess they hadn't had enough time to put the restriction on it, is what they're saying. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, good luck.
Maybe it's there for a reason, for you to not be able to buy highly speculative stocks.
Not even a stock, just like an instrument. Like,
Yeah.
good luck with that, dude.
Here we are. Exercising warrants early.
Yikes.
Did you see my post with this? From the guy who said, oh, here, I'm going to find it. You can talk about, I mean, it included this post, but go ahead.
No, you talk about it.
Day one, I was like, guaranteed people are going to be exercising them.
So we have another thing, and I know you can't, let me see if I can enlarge it, but you can't. This is from the disclosures on the 10K. Baggy Sal here is trying to say that this warning that says volatility in our common stock price, including volatility due to potential short squeezes as being a risk factor for owning GameStop. It's
been there since 21. That same exact risk has been there since 2021.
And he's trying to say that it's a warning to short sellers. No, like the 10K is for investors, dipshit.
I mean, this is like when they thought that the going concern about short squeezes causing elevated prices and that you could be buying it at artificially inflated prices meant that the stock was going to short squeeze.
A disclosure basically saying that they have no current plans for any sort of I feel like that had to be put in there because there's been so much speculation around, ooh, what could GameStop be doing with all this money? Hell, we've been part of that discussion of like what we think would be cool if with this whole cache of money, because generally companies don't, especially of this size, don't leave that much money on their balance sheet doing fucking nothing. But they're saying there are no current plans, commitments, or arrangements to make any acquisitions or investments.
I mean, do you think they put that in there for that reason, or do you think they put that in there because
to dissuade baggies from basically
BBYQ still thinks that they're gonna acquire an empty shell?
That's under that umbrella, I think, of we're not doing anything, guys. We're not buying PSA. We're not buying up Bed Bath & Beyond. We're not, What do you think about, speaking of chart crimes, we were talking about pegging the S&P to gold.
Oh.
What about this chart of GME's price compared to Bitcoin and the difference between them?
What the hell?
Hey, I've got one thing to deflate the problems here. What do you think it is that I'm thinking? Why would Bitcoin's price be different than GameStop's price?
Trump?
It has other assets besides Bitcoin and other liabilities other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. They have a small position of Bitcoin that makes up their assets. That's why it's different. What about this?
Oh my god.
Yet another reason not to DRS.
By check? Who has checks?
Or wire transfer. I mean,
I don't have checks. Do y'all have checks?
I don't either. I do money orders if I need one.
I have checks. I'll send you one.
You carry one of the big wallets so you can keep your checkbook in it?
Yeah, I'm balancing my checkbook right after this.
I gotta make sure I write it down in my ledger. I'm gonna balance it.
All righty.
Minus to Amy.